Alright, so today we're going to go over everything we know so far about the Jurassic event in Dinosaur Simulator, which is of course a Jurassic Park / World event that they're doing sometime in July. I'm assuming because the new movie Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out soon. So they've dropped a bunch of teasers. Let's take a look. And then we got the footprint right here. And all it says is part 1 in July. So not too much going on in this teaser. It looks like the only thing we got was the footprint that we see right here. And there seemed to be a dino that steps in it. It's hard to tell what dino this is. It might be like Rex. It might be like Giga. It might be something like that. You can't really tell. But that's the first teaser we've ever gotten for this event. Alright, here is another trailer that they've released. This one shows off the models a lot better. Okay, looks like we got the Gallimimus right here. All animated by this guy. Here's the Parasaur. That's the Giga. By the way, the Giganotosaurus. They're gonna edit the model a little more, I believe is what they said. Here we have the Pteranodons. And I think this is either the Quetzalcoatlus or the Hetzcopteryx, one of the two. Of course, we got the movie Triceratops remodel right here. And I believe this is the Titanosaurus from Jurassic World Rebirth. So here is a better look at all the models. And all of these are made by the same guy, I believe. Here is the Dilophosaurus. And of course, part 1 is releasing in July. And for the latest teaser we've gotten is this.
Warning, the following footage is classified and intended exclusively for high-ranking personnel within the Operations Division. Unauthorized viewing is strictly prohibited. If you do not possess the appropriate clearance, please cease playback and exit immediately.
So first we got like a bunch of camera footage. I think this is supposed to be the Tylosaurus. I believe you can barely even see it though, it's right here. I think if you zoom in a lot. I think this is another shot of the Tylosaurus. The frame rate is really slow, I guess, to make him look more realistic. And of course, here we have the Parasaurolophus. I believe this is supposed to be the Troodon from Jurassic Park the game. Not actually part of the movie. It's still cool they included it. Damn, they killed that pterosaur, huh? Wow. Yeah, that's definitely the Troodon. The Tylosaurus, and they're calling it the classified skins. Interesting, because I guess it's not technically in the movie. It is coming out in the movie event though. This looks like to be the Spinosaurus. They made like a Jurassic Park 3 Spino skin based off of it. And that's all the teasers or trailers they've dropped so far. So here is a confirmed dino list. So we have the Spinosaurus Jurassic Park 3. I assume this is the movie Spinosaurus we already have in game. And the Spinosaurus thing we just saw. I'm assuming that's what they were hiding right here. I don't know though, I'm not too sure. And then of course we have the Titanosaurus from Jurassic World Rebirth, which is right here. The Quetzalcoatlus, one of these is the Quetzalcoatlus, one of these is the Distortus, I think. The Quetzalcoatlus is from Dominion, and the Distortus is going to be from Rebirth. The Gallimimus is going to be the version from Jurassic World, the original. And the Parasaurolophus is also from Dominion, that's right here. Triceratops is going to be from original Jurassic Park. Giganotosaurus, of course, is from Dominion. It's right here. They might like edit the model a bit. That's what I've heard. And the Pteranodon is going to be from Jurassic Park 3, which should be right here. The Tylosaurus and the Troodon are going to be from Jurassic Park the game, which is this really old game that you can't really play anymore. I believe they're referring to these though. And of course we got the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World, Brachiosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. I think these are two like color variants of the Brachiosaurus. And then we have the Mosasaurus from Jurassic World / Jurassic World Rebirth. We actually had like a really old movie Mosasaurus model. I don't think it's going to be the same model. I'm assuming they're like completely recreating it. And of course we're also getting the Distortus Rex, which is this thing. Not a big fan of it, but you know, it's there. And here are the things that they might likely add. We have the Tyrannosaurus, just Tyrannosaurus in general. It could be the Jurassic Park, it could be the Lost World version, it could be the Jurassic World version or the Rebirth version. They all look slightly different. And the Therizinosaurus from Dominion. Velociraptors, again, it could be literally any version. We have like, there's like 5 different versions of the Velociraptor. And Pachycephalosaurus from the Lost World. Stegosaurus, and Mutodon, which is this thing from the new trailer. And the Hopes, which is like, I don't even think they're considering right now, but people want this, is the Mamenchisaurus from the Lost World, Oviraptor from Dominion, Geosternbergia, I'm not quite sure what that is. I'll post a picture of what it looks like when I figure that out. And the Pteranodon from Jurassic World rather than Jurassic Park 3. And here is a closer look at some of the models, which I think look really good. So here we have the Gallimimus from Jurassic World and the Parasaur. I believe this is from Dominion. And of course the Giga from Dominion. Yeah, these models are top tier, look pretty good. Here are more of the models. So we got the Distortus and Quetzalcoatlus. I'm not quite sure which is which right now. But yeah, here is a closer look at that. They're absolutely massive when compared to a default player. And here is the Pteranodon from Jurassic Park 3, which is pretty recognizable. And then here we have the Titanosaurus from Rebirth. And here we have some more dinos. This is a better look at the movie Spinosaurus. I'm not sure why they decided to add this, because the Spinosaurus is not referenced ever in Jurassic Park or World. But they did create like a Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus color scheme for it, which I guess is cool. And here we have the movie Tylosaurus, which is the thing you see in Jurassic Park the game. The thing with this is that I don't think they're going to make this guy for Tylosaurus, because Tylosaurus isn't in the game. I think what they're going to do is that they're going to make a movie Tylosaurus skin for Prognathodon. I don't know. I don't really agree with that, but you know, it is what it is. They probably don't have the time to add a whole new dino. And the model looks really good though. I like the spikes and the detail of the mouth. If this is the Tylosaur skin, I can't wait to see what the Mosasaur skin is going to look like. And here is some more dinos. So we have the arm or hand, I'm assuming, of the Distortus Rex, which looks like this. And here's a short animation of the movie Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park. And it's got like the frill animation, which looks nice. This Jeep thing, I'm assuming, is like the scene where the guy gets killed by the Dilophosaurus. And here is a closer look at the game Troodon. They're going to go by the classified name instead of the movie name, since it's not technically part of the movie. And finally, here is the movie Triceratops remodel and the movie Brachiosaur remodel. They look to be the same exact model, just different colors. And of course, we have the Indominus Rex, which looks like this. The model is still not done yet, but it already looks really, really good. This is probably one of the better Indominus Rex models I've seen on Roblox. And the thing with the Indominus Rex is that it's not going to be an albino terror skin, which doesn't make sense to me because the albino terror only exists as a way to avoid copyright. If you guys don't know, the albino terror used to literally just be called the Indominus Rex in the game. And now they're saying that like, oh, they're different enough by design, which yeah, I can see that. I can kind of agree with that. The albino terror does look pretty different, but they're not going to make Indominus Rex a skin for albino terror, at least not exclusively. I think the plan currently is that they're going to make Indominus Rex a skin for Mapusaurus, which I don't think makes sense at all. But the logic behind that is that they're making it for a dinosaur that's easier to obtain, so new players, people who don't play DinoSim, see the event and they're able to obtain it, which I think is a good thing because then anyone without albino terror is kind of locked out from using Indom. But what they're also talking about is that they're making a separate skin for the albino terror. So like, there's going to be two Indom skins, one for Mapusaurus and one for albino terror. That just seems confusing. I don't agree with that at all. I think they should just make albino terror obtainable again for this event and drop the Indom skin for albino terror. But I think what's most likely is they're just going to make two different skins. One Indom skin for albino and one Indom skin for Mapusaurus. I believe the one they're modeling right now is going to be the one for Mapusaurus. They could change this at any moment, by the way. So none of this is confirmed. This is just talk from the Discord. And here is what the actual event is going to be. So there's going to be two parts. There's going to be part one, which is more focused towards Jurassic World Rebirth and Jurassic Park. And then there's going to be part two, which is just going to be general Jurassic World stuff. If I had to guess, maybe the Indominus Rex will be dropping in part two because Indom is probably not going to be in Rebirth. This is going to be a quote unquote simplistic event, which I don't know what they think simplistic means because some of the events we've gotten in the past aren't simplistic at all. I'm assuming they just mean it's not going to be complex like the Easter event. I don't think that means all the skins are going to be easy to get though. They did say it's going to be new player friendly. At least that's the reason they gave for why Indom isn't an albino terror skin. I hope they follow through with that because I think new players for this game would be great. And of course, it releases sometime in July. And what they've been saying so far is that you find amber rocks and you unlock skins with amber. I kind of hope you just unlock the skin as soon as you find the amber, not like in Dinosaur Arcade where the amber or the fossils reduce the cost and you still have to pay DNA anyways. And yeah, they're going to find a few alternative methods to unlock some of the special creatures, which I'm assuming is like the Distortus Rex, the Indominus Rex. I'm hoping they're not going to make it insanely difficult, especially if this is supposed to be new player friendly. And here are some copyright concerns. So right off the bat, this is not an official event at all. The way they're saying is that they're allowed to use Jurassic Park / World dinos as long as there's no direct monetization. What they mean by that is that direct monetization is going to be like selling the skins for Robux, which they're not going to do. So I guess it doesn't count as direct monetization. I really hope that they know what they're doing with this copyright stuff. I'm assuming they read into it because it sounds like they know what they're talking about. So I wouldn't worry too much about the copyright behind this. And yeah, that's everything we know about the event so far. All my images I've gotten from the Discord as well as the information. So we don't actually know too much about the event or how to obtain the skins. We just see a bunch of cool looking models that will be added to the game sometime in July. And let me know down in the comments what you think of the event and what skins you hope to see from the movies. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.